Hi, this is Alex from Liquidix, and today I want to show you really quick how liquidity pools are working on Uniswap on our proprietary platform where we provide liquidity to. So when you go to Uniswap, to the Uniswap app, and you have connected your wallet to Uniswap, you see that you have multiple choices up here what you can actually do on Uniswap. You see you have swap here where you can just swap your Ethereum, for example, for 1 inch, or you can go to pool, or you take part in a vote, or you look at the charts. So when you want to provide liquidity to a liquidity pool, then you choose, of course, pool. Here you can see now when you look on Uniswap, first of all, what you can do and how you can provide liquidity here with that info post, or you can explore the most popular pools on Uniswap so that you can make an informed decision on which pool you want to provide liquidity. So when I click now on this, you can see here USDC Ethereum is the most popular pool where you can provide liquidity to, and that is also our pool that we provide liquidity to. So you see then here different percentages, and these are the fees collected that get then pro rata distributed to all liquidity providers in that pool. So here on this one, on the highest one, you see there's right now only 0.05% on each transaction initiated on Uniswap paid to everybody providing liquidity. That is now for us not really lucrative. We are always looking for pairs that provide 0.3% on each transaction. So you can see here is also Ethereum against staked Ethereum that provides also 0.3, and then here Ethereum USDT also 0.3%. So we are most of the time jumping between Ethereum USDT, USDC Ethereum, and Ethereum as staked Ethereum 2. So when I click now here on the first pool, you get an overview how much volume is transacted over the last 24 hours in that volume pool. You can also go into here the liquidity, where you see how the liquidity is looking. Okay, there you see the liquidity provided and also what the current price is. And when we go over here, you see also how much USDC is locked against Ethereum. So here you see here's 120 million USDC provided to that liquidity pool against 72,830 Ethereum. So when I want now to provide liquidity to this pool, I have to go to add liquidity. Then you see here already the token. So let me just use Ethereum. So then you can see here also already 57% of all people providing liquidity haven't chosen that tier, and you have to give a price range in which you want to collect fees. So now this gets a little bit tricky. So when I go now here to the Ethereum price, and let's say the current price. Okay, so here's the current price. So you want to keep that as widespread as possible. So now let's say the minimum price for Ethereum was earlier given here. So let's say you have a price fluctuation of 0.2% up to also 0.2% plus to the other side. So as long as Ethereum is moving between these two price ranges, we will collect fees for that, and that will yield our return that we are monthly paying out to everybody in our fund. So, but of course the question is, what happens if we fall out of that pool? When this is happening, we have to adjust the price on the liquidity that we are providing and make sure that we are coming back into that range, because once we fall out of that range, we are not collecting fees anymore and potentially have to hedge our position that we have here depending on the pair that we are trading to make sure that we still can yield our return that we want to achieve for our clients. I know that sounds a little bit complicated. It's not really easy, because if it would be easy, everybody would be doing it. And therefore, I'm also always saying that not everyone can actually do this properly without actually losing money. If you want to know more about this, then I can highly recommend you go to Uniswap, look at the documentation, and have a closer look how this is exactly working. You can also play around with this if you just use 0.01, let's say, Ethereum. So, and you see that is then around $19.18. So if I would connect now my wallet, I could then generate an LP token, a liquidity provider token, to participate in this liquidity pool with the price ranges that I have set. Here is also something really important that you have to understand. Once you create an LP token, you cannot track anymore where your Ethereum is and where your USDC is, because it is mixed into that LP token. I hope that that makes also clear why we cannot provide you with a wallet address where we actually see all our transactions that are happening in that pool, because the LP token is provided into the liquidity pool, and there all the tokens are mixed, and therefore it is not traceable anymore. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you then in the next one.